Hey there, River Rider fans. Spencer Cihak back once again with another All-Star. This time, Chase Adkison. Chase, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, a catcher slash first baseman, you see the tweet. What were your first reactions?
Marcus actually told me, me and him are roommates here, so he told me at first and was pretty excited. I had a phone call to the parents, and we're pretty excited about that.
Coming here, were you hoping to be an All-Star? Were you aiming for that, or is this just a happy coincidence considering how great you've been playing?
Just coming into summer ball, I have a few things I have in mind to work on, and everything kind of just falls into place. No one really thinks about the All-Star game or anything. It just happens.
Now, you mentioned you wanted to come here work on a few things. What were those few things?
For me, I just want to clean up a few things defensively, catching wise, receiving, throwing, and as far as hitting, just really maybe just loading earlier, just being loose, just staying loose with my swing.
Awesome. Now, you came here just a little bit later into the season against Kingsport in June. On the road, get to come here to Elizabethton after that. What were your first thoughts coming here?
I came right off a flight, so I didn't really have any time to think about anything. We went straight to a game, so went straight into it and played my first game. And everything's the same. Baseball's the same everywhere you go. So
now, originally from Hollywood, moved to Grangeville, Idaho. What was that like going from the star-studded city to Big Sky Country?
It's a crazy change. Everything in Idaho is beautiful. Small town of 3,000 people, so it's a big adjustment.
What was the baseball scene difference going from LA to Grangeville?
That was probably the biggest change, I'd say. The pace of play and just having it in LA, you have everyone, all the stars around you. Then you go to a small town in Idaho where it's a little bit slower pace.
Did you play any other sports growing up?
I played football and wrestled in high school.
What position in football did you play?
I was a slot receiver.
Any big games that you like looking back on, having played football?
None that I could think of. I just played to have fun.
If there's one thing about Idaho you want everyone to know, what would that one thing be?
I'd definitely say the outdoors, like fishing and hunting, going on the river.
Is there a favorite spot to go out to in Idaho when you want to go fishing or hunting?
I'd say the Snake River. We go take the boat out on the weekend, and that's always pretty fun.
That sounds awesome, Chase. Now, you do sport some ink. I was wondering about that. If you could show it to the camera here. It says...
Family here, first on this side. But the backstory behind that is my oldest brother, he actually got the tattoo, the same exact one. And then my middle brother showed up to a family event, and he had the same one. So me being the youngest brother, I had to finish the line there. But of course, mine's in a bigger font size.
Growing up as the youngest brother, what was that like? Did your two brothers play sports as well?
Yeah, they both play baseball.
Were they different positions as you, same position? Was it kind of a perfect team for you?
They're both outfielders, corner outfielders.
What is something that you picked up from them watching them play?
My oldest brother, he actually played at San Diego State for Tony Gwynn, and then he played for the Dodgers for a little while. Just everything in general. He helps, just giving him a call when I struggle, or just things he struggled with. He helps quite a bit. So just having that role model to look up to helps a lot.
That is awesome, Chase. Now, your baseball story, you were at Boise State. They had their program cut. Gone to San Jacinto this past year. Will be at Oklahoma State. Really one of those classic stories you hear about the pandemic. What's the last year been like for you with baseball?
This past year it's been crazy. I feel like I've been all over. Last summer around this time I was in North Dakota, and around this time we got an email saying that Boise State, our program is being shut down. So we had a few weeks to figure out where we're all going to go for the year, and worked out where I ended up at San Jac, and the rest is history.
What were those conversations like with Josh Holliday at Oklahoma State, going into the portal, going now to be a Cowboy?
I talked to them for a few months before making it official. Early in the fall, I stayed in touch with them, and from there I knew I wanted to be a Cowboy. So
Awesome, Chase. One last question to get you out of here. Out of everywhere you've played baseball, outside of Elizabethton, what's been your favorite?
I'd say my first game, my first collegiate game playing at Texas was pretty special to me.
Awesome, Chase. Thank you so much for the time.
So thanks for having me.
River Rider fans, first pitch is on the way when we return here on River Rider Radio.